Okay, we are back at Synapse Summit. It's towards the end of the day, and I'm talking to some really cool founders today. And one of them I've just met, Abdullah Tharoo from Tuesday, and he has something that is in my passion space, social enterprise called Tuesday, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about it. So, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about Tuesday?
First of all, thank you for making this happen. I know I'm probably the last thing between you and going home.
Or a glass of wine, maybe.
Or a glass of wine. That's right. It's so ironic and funny that you said your passion. This company Tuesday was created as a passion project. We created this. The works for this specific technology has been on since the last 5 years. And that's just simply because us as founders, me, myself, and my co-founder and my daughter have been involved in nonprofit vertical volunteering for about 40 years put together. We basically help sit on the boards. I manage a couple of nonprofits now. I chair a couple of nonprofits. My daughter has her own nonprofit that she started at the age of 9, and my wife is also involved in many nonprofits and committee. And that's our just sidekick. That's our hobby. It's not our everyday job. But what we have through the years, we have helped nonprofits identify technology and ways to bring in more funding. Right? I'm a business guy from the day I was born. We've been giving since the day I remember as a family. But to me, it all is what is the return on investment in everything I do. And notice that nonprofits are investing a lot of time and money doing repetitive stuff and not getting the results that they wanted. And more so, at the end of the day, not getting the funds that they direly need to make an impact. They all believe in doing great causes, opening up launching a nonprofit and hoping that the Lord will provide. At the end of the day, the Lord provides the means, not the money, right? Otherwise, I would have $1 million every morning I wake up under my bed, under my pillow. And so that just was very, very difficult to pass it through on board meetings and saying, listen, let's do something out of the box to bring in new donors, right? Let's do more acquisition. Let's figure out ways of getting these donors re-engaged, the ones that are on the list. And in the end, all will result in more money. So let's broaden our horizon and go outside our comfort zone of our region or our own database to attract donors who are interested in your cause.
So it's almost applying a business mentality but to a nonprofit scenario, which is very interesting. It seems like the way that things are moving forward in that world is definitely that. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. With all the limitations that they're facing, nonprofit it means not for profit. It doesn't mean that you can run it. You run it as a profit business and you'll be able to make a bigger impact, right? And there is no shame in truly concentrating on bringing these new donors, but also bringing the money and cultivation is great, but the newer Generation Z, there has been a great shift of wealth now, and this generation doesn't want you to cultivate that. They don't want you to invite them to a gala and pat them on the back and give them a reward. I mean, it's hard enough for me to tell my son to put on pants to get out of the house. How is he going to get somewhere for somebody to pat him, right? So the point simply being that technology is a great resource now moving forward, because the generation who's truly going to take over, they can make an impact sitting here, and if they are interested in the cause and they believe in the cause, they will make an impact across the planet, across the globe, and to see what their money is up to. Those days are gone where we cultivate our kids, our grandkids, and our parents to be part of this nonprofit. We understand that we have a legacy nonprofit, but what about the newer generation that's coming along? What about the generation across, or what about even the donors across the continent or across the nation? Why not? They're also looking a place to put their money and feel good. It's just that it's too difficult to type in www something and verify that nonprofit is actually even real.
So tell us a little bit more, like what does Tuesday do to help this space?
I should tell you my secret juice. Basically, in a technology term, Tuesday democratizes and cross-pollinate donor bases.
Okay.
Um, it's a fancy way of saying that we help donors match up to the nonprofits that are addressing the cause that are closer to their heart. We know that we are very blessed. We live in the greatest nation in the world. It's also the most giving nation in the world. According to the Centers and Research, each family member in a household supports 4.5 nonprofits. So if a person doesn't give to an individual nonprofit, that doesn't mean that they're not a giving person or they don't care. It's just that the cause that is in front of them is not the cause that they're interested in. Right? So our family cause and our passion is due to our personal experiences is high-risk babies, neonatology units, women empowerment, and education. So if I had to pick between certain nonprofit and say, will my money go here or there? We will do projects across the globe if it came down to neonatology units. So it is technology plays a huge role. We cannot travel there all the time to confirm what's going on. If you have a technology that verifies a nonprofit, then it's easier to do.
So basically, you have a two-sided platform. It sounds like you have the nonprofits that are applying to be on your platform, and then you have the people that are the donors that want to donate. They want to do it in an easy way. They want to find things that resonate with them and they know that are real.
Right.
Okay. So I'm a marketing person. How do you get to both of those sides of the business? How are you growing your business on either side of the aisle there?
As I mentioned, I'm all about ROI, and I'm also about the truth of the world. Look, human selfish side is always on 24/7. Selfless side is, that side, selfless side is there whenever there's an hardship. Right? If you meet somebody who's going through hardship, wow, I wish I could help. But if you don't meet anybody in that situation, you're just doing your own thing, right? Getting things that make you happy. So what we have done, we have a silent auction component and a donation component to our application, and we have every app is customizable for an app user. It only takes a minute for an app user to customize an app. So either they can customize an app by the category of things that they're trying to acquire, and they can also customize it by the causes they would like to support. So guess what happens? Any nonprofit on our platform that launches either it's a donation campaign or an auction, the app user gets an instant alert that says, and it only takes less than a minute to touch the alert notification and get engaged. Our goal is to keep our app users or our donors focused to either their cause or what they want in return. That way, we've been able to increase ROI by 40% for nonprofits because there is no thinking and there is no thought behind it. It's just there. And so, good day or bad day, either they engage in silent auctions because they want to celebrate a milestone, or they'll engage in silent auction because they feel that they need to make a difference and have something in return. So that way we keep our donors, keep our app users engaged.
And when you say app, this is on iOS and
it is on iOS and Android. At the moment, we have some great news coming up in about a couple of weeks that will make us global because we are finalizing testing our web version right now.
Awesome. How long have you been doing this?
I've been dreaming of us as a family and founder and as a team. We've been dreaming of this for the last 30 years. But this app has been on the App Store for about 1 year and almost 2 months.
Okay. And some of the challenges along the way, and as a founder, and bringing your vision to life, but also, what it takes to get there? What are some of the challenges that you had to face?
So for us, first thing first, we've always, I have started my first business when I was 16 years old. It's always been a lifestyle business. It only went as far as my thoughts would go. Um, this is this is truly a business that we want to make a impact at. And so what it did to me was that built, you've ever heard of it, building castles in the cloud or something,
Yeah,
right?
like that, yeah.
So I had a vision of something, and I had my developers work on it. So there were many challenges because some things are just not possible of what I think should be done right, because it's all a customer. The app is there to simplify and have zero friction for a nonprofit and a donor. That's our goal. It should take you 3 touches to finalize a transaction or make a donation.
Yep.
Less than 3 touches. So for that, there were a lot of limitations that these guys had to push for us to, worry about how we can still stay in compliance and make these things happen. And we wanted to have this app for all, so it's not just for a certain of a certain demographic. This app is open to anybody who's on the App Store and wants to make an impact. It only takes less than 5 minutes for a nonprofit to sign up. We verify all nonprofits before we let them on our app, and that way we want to make sure that if a donor decides to get engaged, they know their money is going to a great cause. And then we have other tools in there where a donor will get instant receipt on behalf of the nonprofit. So unlike other crowdfunding websites, we don't hold the money, we don't touch the money. The money is deposited into the nonprofit's bank account the next day. So our goal was just to make everything very transparent for nonprofits and make it easy for them to scale and to extend that brand to national donor base.
So what is your business model for them? Are you taking some sort of percentage?
Currently, we are a transactional revenue stream, 5.99% and 25 cents a transaction. That covers our technology fee and our credit card processing fee. But we are introducing some amazing features in next quarter, and so we will have a SaaS fee that will help these nonprofits to bring in alternate modes of payments.
And are you bringing the donors to them? So are you having to spend a lot, not spend a lot, but are you having to do the marketing to bring the donors to the platform? Or are the nonprofits bringing their donors to the platform? How does that work? 'Cause I've done like crowdfunding before, and I've had to bring my own donors.
So, there's a very deep statistics behind what I'm going to tell you. But the goal has always been to cater nonprofit. We want to get them, just provide them this product that has no barrier.
Yes.
And just like our product, when they hire other products that are so expensive, they still have to give their database, right?
Yeah.
And we believe that that's what keeps them bubbled into or limited to that space only. And these technologies will not help them get in front of extended base of population that is out there. So we also ask nonprofits to do what they do usual, is invite their donor base. We don't want your donor base. You can invite your donor base from the platform, have them come on. So we have seen that about 180 is the average of the new donors that come through to us when a nonprofit truly engages and invites. But understand also that just in a year, people say it's a great number. I don't think it's enough, but we have over 5,000 app users this week on our application that have truly just come organically to our application. They go 7 deep to see what we're doing, so it must be a great thing. But yes, we do depend on our nonprofits to do what they do usually and have donors come to it, because unlike any other product, with the exception of their own website, our product keeps a donor engaged 365 days a week, 24 hours a day. So after a given, supposedly an event is over on the app, the donors are not left in dark and hanging. They're always there. Next time we do an event, they get an alert, they get engaged. And we have also seen a re-engagement rate of about 15% from donors who never engaged with Pacific Nonprofit in the last 3 years. And all of a sudden they decided to donate because it was just so easy. Once they downloaded the app, they saw how many nonprofits were there, and they decided to partake in either the nonprofit that invited them or the nonprofit they felt was truly addressing the causes that were close to their heart. We just want to bring out the best of humans that they have, and we want to make sure our nonprofits are able to
Well, it's apparent that you're coming from a place wanting to do good and help the nonprofits, and I think that's important. What you talked about this is not your day job necessarily. What was your career? What were you involved in throughout your career?
So I'm a first generation immigrant. I moved to this country when I was 12 years old. My parents were still back home. I started a business at the age of 16 with help my uncle. And I went through colleges. I had a great business going. Sometimes down the road in my life, after I had my children, my co-founder is my wife in our last two technology companies. I know her for 15 years before we got married, and we've been married 22 years and have two amazing kids. I just wanted a quality of life. So I went back to learn about technology and opened up a fintech company 11 years ago. And Tuesday is essentially a love child of our experience in fintech and our passion of serving nonprofits, because we've been serving nonprofits we put together over 40 years now. And we knew the hardships, and we knew what's happening on the payment side. And we said, let's get it on. We had the developers, we had full-time developers, and this was the best thing we could have done for them as well during COVID when things were slow. This gave them a great motivation and inspiration to do something bigger than life, something that they didn't expect was going to come their way, and we didn't expect that it was going to turn out like this. Originally, this application was only created to help our family nonprofit and nonprofit that we serve in Central Florida. But we were accepted in our inception. We were invited to apply for a Rally Incubator Program. It's a social enterprise, global enterprise incubator, and about 70 or 80 companies applied, and 6 of them were picked. And we were one of the fortunate ones who were picked in 2020 summer. We didn't even have the app; we just had the thought. We had our Google Docs, about 200 of them. Of what if I could change this? It's all after being in these nonprofits. We had this list of what if I could change this and how would I change it. And so we went in there and we realized that the problem that I thought was in my mind or just in Central Florida, actually it's a challenge and a hurdle for nonprofits globally, not US. So they helped us think bigger, and we started to do everything bigger, and we launched our app about a year ago. And we're blessed. Personally, we have brought on about 14 or 15 nonprofits ourselves through our relationship. We have 41 nonprofits, and most of them have all come through referral of other nonprofits on our platform or donor base who brought their nonprofits to us.
So if somebody wanted to get onto the app, would they look for on iOS and Android? It's Tuesday?
We are Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday app. I was just told today that we're the second app today after T-Mobile Tuesday app. So I guess it's a great thing. But yes, it's a registered trademark. Tuesday is like the day of the week. We put in Tuesday, and you'll be able to get on the app. And for nonprofits who want to register, they can go to www.tuesday.app. And press the button for nonprofit. It takes less than 10 minutes to register, and we validate nonprofits within 32 hours to make sure that they are good nonprofits, right? Verified nonprofits, so we can protect the interest of our donor base. And once they're on, they're able to get on. And the last thing I think that's something that you haven't asked or you didn't know about was that we're probably the only technology currently that have been able to seamlessly put together a traditional payment rail to blockchain. So we facilitate crypto donations for nonprofit in less than 3 touches and at no risk to nonprofit. No risk of managing the hashtag, no risk of managing their wallet, no risk of even transforming or even converting their crypto to US dollars. We do all that and fund US dollars within 72 hours.
Bringing out the best of fintech to the nonprofit world. I love it.
We're trying. We're trying to leave this world a better place than we've had.
Well, it sounds like you are, and I appreciate you telling me about and talking to me today. And, we're going to be putting this out on LinkedIn, so everybody's in my network at least is going to get to hear about it.
I have to tell you, you've been a talk of this. I've been told many times to come up here and see if I can scoot my way in, and I'm glad that you took me in, and I appreciate you giving me the platform to talk about Tuesday App, where we make every day a Giving Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.